Allah wants it to come back. Whether with them or without them, Islam is coming back, Islam is coming back. Whether they plot day and night. Because this deen is the deen of Allah. This awakening, when I see everyone here is youth, I mean Islam is coming back. When the youth is adhering to the sunnah, that means Islam is coming back. Whatever you try to do, Islam will come back. And here he said, another hadith, Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu narrated that the Prophet Messenger said, إِنَّ النَّاسَ إِذَا رَأَوُا الظَّالِمْ فَلَمْ يَأْخُذُوا عَلَى يَدَيْهِ أَوْشَكَ أَنْ يَعُمَّهُمْ اللَّهُ بِعِقَابٍ مِّنْهُ. The people, when they see the oppressor and they do not stop him, this is the dalil. If they do not stop him, they're just about a destruction comes at them from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why the ummah is living in destruction. Because we don't stop the oppressor. Everyone is scared. Everyone is worried about his dunya. So the oppressor would oppress. As it said in the saying, Ya Fir'aun man far'anak? Allu mala'at hada yuwa'ifni. When they asked Fir'aun, why you become Fir'aun and such a tyrant in the land? He said, I didn't find anyone to stop me. So I kept on going. And here, also the hadith are many. I collected so much. يعني the khutbah also of Abu Bakr, he said, يعوني ما أطعت الله ورسوله فإذا عصيت الله ورسوله فلا طاعة لي عليكم. Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu in his speech, in his first speech when he took the reign of power, he said, obey me as long as I obey Allah and His Messenger, and if I disobey Allah and His Messenger, I have no authority over you. And also hadith Abi Sa'id al-Khudri radiallahu anhu an Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, أفضل الجهاد كلمة حق. The best of jihad, a truthful word, عند سلطان جائر, against an oppressive sultan or a ruler. And also another hadith عن Ibn Umar radiallahu anhuma, the Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم said, إذا رأيتم أمتي تهاب الظالم أن تقول له أنت ظالم فقد تودع منهم. If you see my ummah too scared to say to the oppressor, you're an oppressor, فقد تودع منهم. يعني, in a layman word, say to my ummah goodbye, they finished. And also the hadith are many. And another hadith, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, أخوف ما أخاف على أمتي الأئمة المضلين. The most that I fear about my ummah are the misguided imams. Imams here, not only imams يعني in the masjid, or imam the shaykh, no, imam also the leader. The leader is an imam to his people. And also Umar radiallahu anhu, he's got this famous saying. He said to someone, do you know what destroys Islam? قلت لا. He said, no, I do not know what destroys Islam. He said, يهدمه زلة عالم. The mistake of a scholar. When a scholar makes a mistake, million people follow him. Millions. So when the scholar makes a mistake, not like a layman makes a mistake. وجدال منافق بالقرآن. And a hypocrite who debates with the Quran. يعني he interprets the Quran and he twists the adillah of the Quran to suit his whims. And here he said, وحكم الأئمة المضلين, and the ruling of the misguided rulers. طيب. Are the four imams, أئمة المذاهب, what did they say about rebelling against an oppressive ruler? This opinion that you're allowed to rebel against an oppressive ruler, it is the most known and famous opinion of the Salaf, from the companions and their students. And Ibn Hazm rahimahullah, he said, this is the opinion of majority. And it is the opinion of Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. And one of the two opinions of the Shafi'i. And one of the two narrations of Imam Ahmad. And it is the fatwa of the companion of Imam Ahmad, Ahmad ibn Nasr al-Khuza'i. Ahmad ibn Nasr al-Khuza'i, he was one of the companions of Imam Ahmad. He followed that opinion and he himself rebelled against the Sultan al-Wathiq. As-Sultan al-Wathiq was Muslim. But when he seen him oppressing the Muslims, he himself rebelled against him and he died as shaheed in this battle against the oppressive ruler. As for Imam Malik rahimahullah, he said that you will fight with the just imam against the oppressive imam, or the group who rebels against that imam. Another opinion, they said, if you're fearing the bloodshed, or you're fearing there's a greater fitna going to happen, then you do not go against the oppressive ruler. We're talking about a ruler who's a Muslim, who's implementing the shariah of Islam, but he's oppressive. Like the Hajjaj, for example. We're talking about a Muslim imam who's implementing the sharia and ruling by the sharia of Islam, but he wants to oppress the people. This is the ulama, different opinion. The correct opinion and the majority's opinion, you're allowed to rebel against them. And Sa'id ibn al-Musayyib, the great tabi'i, he rebelled against the rulers, the Muslim rulers, because of oppression. Sa'id ibn Jubayr, radiyallahu anhu, he rebelled against the oppressive ruler. The oppressive rulers, and the Hajjaj killed him. These are some of the A'imah of the Salaf, and the names are many. I can't remember now, but I'm bringing you just the tip of the iceberg also in this matter. So we know that when the Muslims get together and they put their hands with each other to remove those tyrants, there's nothing wrong with it, and actually it's a praiseworthy act. As for if the Imam has performed kufr, there is no difference of opinion about the matter. If the Imam becomes a kafir, there is no difference of opinion. It is consensus amongst the ulama, with no difference of opinion except amongst the modern murji'ah. That's something ijma', finished. And more than one alim mentioned the ijma', and it's something we don't even debate it. But unfortunately, in a time that the constant things of Islam are debated because of whims and desires. So my respected brothers, as we see now, and we all know that this situation, what is happening is Islamically 100% allowed. And removing those tyrants is 100% allowed. Tayyib. What has happened? Why the streets is boiling like this? Why what happened has happened? Of course, we live in Australia and in the Western world. We all can afford paying the electricity bill and the internet bill and drive the nice car, air-conditioned car, and eat lahmi anytime you want, have a nice barbecue and invite the boys, drink halal beer, wal-iyadhu billah, do everything that you want to do. No problem. You have no issue. 2 mobile phones, your wife and yourself and your daughter and your son, everyone has a mobile phone. You're living a very nice, comfortable life. And when you are inside this comfortable environment, you forget what's happening in reality. You complain that the kilos of cherry is what? $15 today? You complain it's too expensive, the cherry. Ya akhi, wallahi, I can't. I want to bring a box for my wife and children. It's a bit expensive. No, you can't. Akhi, there is some people, as you will hear, the numbers. As for صندوق النقد الدولي للتنمية الزراعية, International Monetary for Agriculture, they said 45% from the Egyptians, they live under the line of poverty. 45%. And 45% of the Egyptian population live under than $1 a day. 45% of Egyptians, $1 a day, they do not have money to spend. And another report, it said 1.5 million Egyptians, they live in graveyards. What do you know how they live in graveyards? If you see, yes, they build the houses of a graveyard. Have you seen, if you, in Rockwood, in cemetery here, you see the Italians, how they build little rooms over the graves? In Egypt, they have this. Of course, this is an innovation. And in Lebanon, in many of the Muslim countries, they have these big rooms over. They break the doors and they go and bring their furniture and live in it. You're living in a room and there is 2 graves in it. Because there's nowhere to live. There is nowhere to live. They live in graveyards. And 1,200 suicide every year. Of course, compared to the Western world, we have 1,200 suicide. But for them, for the Muslims, suicide is something unknown. Something we're not used to, a suicide. And between 57 to 60%, they live in depression and misery, ignorance and poverty. And then we ask why and how long. And also, another study proved that $39 billion and something, it's been wasted between 2008 to 2009 because of corruption and bribery. 39 billion pounds, Egyptian pound. Wasted, no one knows where it goes, between 2008 and 2009. Between corruption, bribery, and money that is gone where you can't account for it. Where did it go? No one knows where it went.